Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Tom.
Give me a break. It's a joke.
Jerry.
Well, we just don't have enough time for that.
Kevin.
Bennett is unique. These guys are unique. Their championship runs, this one's unique.
It's the Tom and Jerry Sports Show.
Tom and Jerry Sports Show live on Zeno Radio. It is Monday, June 27th. I'm Jerry Napoleonello. No Kevin Donlin, but I'm with our new sidekick, Nicole Conklin. Great show ahead of us. There's a lot to talk about. We had 2 drafts go down over the weekend. Knicks finally made a move, and of course, it's all baseball now. But first, here's myself with your Tom and Jerry Sports Show 60-second summary. NBA draft went down over the weekend. Ben Simmons went 1 to the Philadelphia 76ers, and Brandon Ingram went 2 to the Lakers. Knicks didn't have a first-round pick. NHL draft over the weekend. Austin Matthews, as expected, went number 1 to Toronto. Islanders selected at 19 Kiefer Bellows, and Rangers did not have a first-round pick. New York Mets won 4 of their last 6 games and signed recently suspended and ex-Met Jose Reyes. New York Yankees won 3 of their last 5 and sit at 500 and just recently signed a big contract with StubHub. Knicks announced a trade that will make Derrick Rose a Knick. And I'm Jerry Napoleonello with your Tom and Jerry Sports Show 60-second summary. So, I do have something to tell you guys. When you do go to the beach, don't use the spray sunscreen. I've had the last 2 times I've gone to the beach have had a problem with the spray. Yes, it might be easier to spray yourself rather than use the lotion to lather up your body. But spraying, and you know what? I actually try to take it out of my own hands and hand it over to somebody to do it for me. But I ended up coming back with about first-degree burns on my shoulders here because of missed spots on the inside of my arm. It even looks raised, to be honest with you. I'm in a load of pain right now, and the one that, I'm not even going to name names, but she's sitting next to me. I don't know why you're giving me that look.
You're so dramatic.
I'm in a lot of pain.
First-degree burns?
I'm in a lot of pain.
Do you even know what those look like?
Right here.
Bad.
Right here.
See my face last week?
You're going to compare what your face looked to what my arm is? Do you see how dark and red?
That's exactly what my face looked like.
Debatable.
It's not debatable.
It kind of is a little debatable.
You're a baby.
How was your weekend? You spent it with me. Obviously, the fans know that is. There's so many people out there that want to hang out with me, and you get to do it on a daily basis. Tell the fans how it is.
I'll share you.
Oh,
they can have you.
Wow, that's a little messed up. But we had the NBA draft and the NHL draft over the weekend. There's not really much to say. Not many people would watch these drafts. As much as you know who's going to be in the NBA draft, and as much as you may not know how many people are going to be in the NHL draft, like who's going to be in the NHL draft, because you don't really hear of these guys. Again, it's kind of like baseball in the fact that college hockey really isn't on TV for people to see. Just like, even minor league hockey that's outside of the NHL. It's not really on TV for people. It's not at the hands of the people to see. And to see these guys. So basically, you're hearing these names through articles of, some of these beat writers and everything like that. So the NBA draft is a little different in the fact that, college basketball is all over. You can watch college basketball on a daily basis. You have March Madness that, is one of the biggest watched sporting events in all of sports. So you know of these players that are in the draft. Still doesn't make it much.
Better.
Yeah, I guess you could say. It really
Different.
just doesn't make it
Worth
better
watching.
to watch.
Boring.
But over the week after our show, the NHL did confirm that there will be a team in Las Vegas 2017-2018 season. So that's exciting. And I think that's going to be the launching of professional teams being brought into Las Vegas. It's just a start. I think you're going to see an NFL team in Las Vegas. I think you're going to see I don't know about NBA team. I haven't really heard anything about NBA team. But you're definitely going to see a baseball team there. As much
How
as
much you want to bet?
How much do I want to bet that we see a baseball team?
Maybe. I don't think so.
You don't think so? So what do you want to bet?
$20.
Ooh, $20. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. But what's the limit here? Because this could be like a couple of years, I'm saying.
Next 2 years.
Next 2 years. I don't know if I want to take that bet.
Well, you already did.
Well, I just got screwed on that
You can
one.
give me $20 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right away. But yeah. But I think you're this is just the launching part for Las Vegas, bringing professional teams in. You know, a lot of people have been on the fence about this because of the fact that gambling could become a part of these professional teams and these players and everything like that. But in a way, if you really think about it, they don't have to be in Las Vegas to gamble.
But like that is the place to gamble.
That absolutely, that is. But Las Vegas now has a website that you can do the betting online
it's
from
different.
anywhere. No, I know it's
more-
different, but it's the same thing. You're
More
still getting.
common though. You go to Vegas to gamble.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying,
Gambling will
you know,
affect this.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think so.
Want to bet another $20?
Yeah, let's bet another $20. I guarantee there's not going to be
You've
any
always
other
won
players.
already.
So we'll double it down.
What?
We're doubling down.
You already owe me.
And we're doubling down. So if I win, you don't owe me anything.
So then we break even.
But if you win,
You owe me 40.
exactly.
So I'm gonna win.
Double or nothing.
Sounds good to me.
Now on the sports, kind of, you know, talking about the NBA, there's been a lot of talk about the Olympics. And a lot of these athletes are, I guess, you know, pulling themselves away. Now, the Olympics in an athlete's mind is probably, I mean, other than NBA, NFL, NHL, baseball, there's even a golf team now in the Olympics.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So other than that, I mean, you have, you know, track, because this is going to be the Summer Olympics, I believe.
I wouldn't go to the Olympics if I was them.
Well, what I'm saying is some of these athletes that are going into the Olympics, this is what they're training for. So this is like the Super Bowl for NFL players. This is like the World Series for baseball players. Stanley Cup for hockey players. NBA Finals for the NBA players. So this is what they train their lives for. And the thing about the Olympics, now, if you're just in the Summer Olympics, which, you know, probably some of these athletes are, or, you know, same thing for winter. Some of these athletes, they, you know, obviously you have to wait 4 years to do it. So your chances of going to the Olympics and even qualifying for the Olympics and making the team, you're probably only going to get tops maybe 4 times at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And that's playing at the highest level.
But it could ruin your whole life.
It could, but right now, that's what they train their lives for.
Right.
So I understand how hard it is for some of these athletes to back out of the Olympics, and I understand it 100%. But I also understand the people that, are backing out, and
Would you back out?
Would I honestly?
Yes, you would. You're a hypochondriac.
Well, we're both hypochondriacs, but
You're a hypochondriac.
you're worse than I am.
No, I'm not.
Do we have to drop the gloves on this one? Do we have to debate about this?
Sure.
You are 100% worse than I am.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
There's some things that I will do that I really don't care about germs. I mean, the other day, I went to get a Slurpee. I put the straw in the Slurpee. The cashier was handing back my card. So it was kind of like one of those in-between kind of moves. And I dropped the straw as it was in my Slurpee, dropped the straw on the counter. Picked it up, put that straw right back in my mouth. Baller!
Baller?
Yeah.
Because you put someone's germs on your straw?
That's germs right there.
That's disgusting.
I see there. That's what I'm talking about. Would
You would
do
never,
Would you
though.
do that though?
I
No.
probably would.
Going to the Olympics, with the whole thing that's going on right now, I would not.
You have a deformed
I
child.
wouldn't. I would not.
I know you would.
The only thing is with the Zika virus.
Let's hear Dr.
it's-
Jerry.
It's not something that you live with for your whole life.
Okay, but you can have
It can
deformed
affect you.
children.
It can affect you, in that time range, I guess, or something like that.
How do you know it doesn't affect
don't-
you in the future? You don't.
It doesn't.
How do you know? It could deform you later on. They can find out different things. That
It could. It
so
could.
you would want to take that chance and have a baby with like 9 heads?
I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking that chance.
You're not going to the Olympics either way.
Exactly. I mean, if there was Olympics for being a sports host, that'd be number one.
I don't think you'd get invited.
That's not funny. That's actually hurtful to my
You
feelings.
just left.
I did. But
Cocky.
it was one of those
Someone's cocky.
hurtful laughs. But I mean, in a way, I understand it. A lot of NBA players have dropped out, and I am all for that. Especially some of these players that kind of just want to rest. I mean, you're going like say now LeBron James dropped out. A few other players dropped out. Steph Curry, I believe, dropped out as well.
I don't know if it's up to resting though. If you're the
Yeah,
one
but-
that just made the point stating that you don't get to go often
Yeah, but
or enough, or
but
it's such a big deal. Why would you want to rest?
what I'm saying is for the athletes like the rowers or the track and field or the guy that throws the and then jumps over the pole. Those guys, that's all they play for. NBA players, I mean, LeBron James and Steph Curry just played for the highest prestigious
maybe
thing in the
Steph
NBA.
Curry
So
wants to go prove himself.
yeah, but the thing is, right now, both of them said that they want to rest. So for these guys, all right, now for the guys that were in, because there are players that were in the finals that are heading to the Olympics. Kyrie Irving, Draymond Green,
I'm going.
Klay Thompson. Are you going?
I was invited.
Oh, were you? Who are you invited by?
One of them
Oh, yeah?
on their date.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. But now you got to think about it. They start the beginning of the season starts February, March, so maybe later, maybe earlier, something like I don't know.
And you think you're going to the Olympics because
I don't-
of this? So you don't even know when it's
What I'm saying is, you play this whole 82 game season, then say you play in the playoffs, you make it all the way to the finals. All right, that's another. Say, was it 7 times 4 at least? That's maximum. 28 more games.
If you love it, it doesn't matter.
It is, but when you start getting to the age of, a guy like LeBron James, when you're starting to get to like 33, 34 years old, it starts to, have a toll on you because you're going straight from your NBA season to the Olympics, then having to, go on and do, go to the Olympics and then go on to your regular season again. So it's a lot to handle for some of these players. With the NBA and NHL drafts in the past now, what did we learn when it comes to the drafts in sports? We'll discuss it when we get back on the Tom and Jerry Sports Show on Zeno Live.
Cyberstation USA is the future of radio. Get your business into the online future at the world's largest internet radio station. From banner placement on our homepage to any of our broadcaster stages, commercials on our video player, audio spots on any of our shows, or at the beginning of any of our on-demand broadcasts. Cyberstation USA offers competitive rates with a worldwide reach. A fully integrated one-stop-shop social media broadcast platform. For more information, please contact our sales department at cameo@cyberstationusa.com.
Tom and Jerry Sports Show featuring Kevin Donlin live every Monday on Zeno Radio and re-airs every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Cyberstation USA and the Stitcher app. You can also tune in every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on All Noise Radio and the Live 365 app.
Follow us on Instagram at Tom and Jerry Sports Show and join the conversation on Twitter at TNJ Sports or visit our website at tnjsports.weebly.com or call in to 605-562-7085. Press 5 to be heard live.
We are back. Tom and Jerry Sports Show, 605-562-7085. Press 5 to be heard live. We had NBA and NHL drafts over the past weekend. In the 60-second summary, we told you basically who went at the big picks. Basketball, we had Ben Simmons go number 1. Number 2, we had Brandon Ingram go to the Lakers. And then basically after that, who cares?
You didn't watch it after that.
Basically, yeah. No, I turned it off after that.
Because all you care about is the Lakers.
Well, yeah, I have the winners and losers here. Now, when you look at it, I think the Philadelphia 76ers are winners to get a guy like Ben Simmons. They also had a couple other picks as well. The Lakers, I think, got a very good pick in Brandon Ingram, winners. And then even the Minnesota Timberwolves getting a guy like Chris Dunn to add to that team, winners.
Fantastic.
Winners.
I couldn't agree more.
Losers was all the rest of us watching this draft. Absolute losers. Because this is one of the most boring drafts, and
what
I know.
What do you want to happen? What makes something not boring?
Trades. It's just hard because the NBA draft, this draft class was so weak that it really didn't matter.
Didn't tickle your fancy?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It just didn't. Past the first two. Maybe even, trying to see where Buddy Hield would go. But other than that, it was
You were just worried about your Lakers.
I was, but I also wanted to check it out just to see where everybody goes. And I was waiting for trades.
LeBron James going on the Lakers?
No. He hasn't opted out of his contract yet, which people do expect him to opt out of his contract, but expect him to sign a little bit of longer deal for more money.
With them? With
the Cleveland Cavaliers. He told reporters at the parade, actually, that he'll be back. He doesn't want to go anywhere.
That's what he says then.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of him either now.
Yeah, exactly.
I just hear some things.
Oh, yeah? What'd you hear?
I don't know. Why do you have to make comments like you're God's gift and like you did them a favor and now it's time to leave?
He's always made comments like that.
That's rude.
He's even made comments, I think it was last year or the year before, in a press conference saying that he knows he's the best in the world.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah, they're yawning. There's a cough button.
There's no cough button on this one.
Q. Bama ding
It
dong.
was a little yawn. I'm sorry. I'm tired today.
I know, you had a rough day today.
I did.
Rough day.
It's a job. You gotta love it.
4 more days.
4 more days and on to the next job.
Yeah, basically.
It's okay.
NHL draft. We had the Islanders had a okay draft. They had a couple of trades go down, but it was basically only for draft picks. So that's about it.
The Islanders?
Yes. But I did read an article giving grades for each team. Ducks B+, Arizona B+, Boston Bruins B.
Dallas Stars C.
Oh, wow.
Detroit Red Wings A-. Ooh, no one likes those A-. You know what they do to a
no.
person?
Yeah, you would know.
Why would we even say it? Why
You're
would
the, you're the one that said
Why
it.
would you even vote?
Look at this.
Call
New
it.
York Rangers C+. Love it.
Ooh,
The
we will rock you.
she's getting tired. You can tell.
I'm not tired.
New York-
Minnesota Wild C-.
Yeah. Islanders got a B-.
They stink too.
Kiefer Bellows, they said should help the attack in a few years.
Where are the A+s? Who got an A+?
Nobody got an A+.
So it's A. So right here, your Florida Panthers A. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. A+. Toronto Maple Leafs A+.
Yeah, well, that's because they got the number 1 pick.
Can you
They
say
got-
this one for me? Edmonton.
Edmonton?
Edmonton. Oilers.
Yes.
Edmonton. Tired.
Oh, that's a drop right there.
What's a drop?
That's a drop.
What does that mean?
Edmonton?
I'm so tired.
Yeah, we're probably going to end up playing that during the show from now on.
Playing what during the?
Edmonton?
That's the least of it. I can't read for my life.
What does that say? Edmonton?
I don't sound like a 90-year-old grandma.
Yeah, Shani. But yeah, that's kind of the NHL draft. There's really not much to go into with the NHL draft. But
It happened and it's over.
Yeah, what I did want to talk to you about. Do you watch America's Got Talent? Much?
Nah.
Well, there was.
Was there?
Yes.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
An NFL player ended up on the stage of America's Got Talent, plays for the Philadelphia Eagles.
He does.
It is.
He was a magician.
He was John Darrenbos. He's the long snapper for the Philadelphia
He
Eagles.
just burped.
No one heard that though.
I did. So no one heard my yawn.
Oh, everybody heard you go. Oh God!
It wasn't into the camera. Whatever this is.
He is in his 14th year. Played with the Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans, and now the Philadelphia Eagles.
And now America's Got Talent. Huh?
Yes, he did, and he actually did very, very well. I thought it was pretty interesting.
It was pretty
Towards the end, I kind of got goosebumps. Not even gonna lie.
It's a little weird.
Not even gonna lie. It was actually pretty cool. And the thing with America's Got Talent is that if you win $1 million. I think it
I don't
is.
think he needs $1 million.
And then, well, I mean, he's a long snapper.
he should donate.
He's on for maybe 4 plays a game.
So he doesn't make a lot of money?
No.
Well, what's a lot of money?
Well, it's a lot of money to us, but in the NFL world, it's not a lot of money. But with America's Got Talent, you win. I think it's $1 million, and then you get a show at Las Vegas. In Las Vegas.
Well, that would fit it perfectly.
On the Strip, and that's what I'm saying. It was actually.
Then why are there singers on that show? You got like a singing thing?
Yeah, it's basically you get a show, like you get to sing at a show.
That's lame.
That's what,
His
like some
magic tricks are cool.
that's why you got to look at it, and it's like, some of these people, most of these people are just trying to make a name for themselves. They don't, obviously, yeah, you would love to win $1 million and have a show
I'll take
in
$1
Las
million.
Vegas, but it's more so to get your name out there, and it's like, especially for singers, maybe some of them can't get into American Idol. Well, American Idol is no longer here, but X Factor, like
I know, just
The
get
Voice,
out there. It's a
but,
nice thing, but there's so much.
but in a
different
way,
talent.
America's Got Talent, it's got to be like something that you would say you go to Las Vegas. That's like what you want to go see. Like you want to go see a show, you got to have a talented person to put on a show that people
Entertain the
are going
crowd,
to.
especially that he was doing magic with cards. It kind of goes well with
Exactly.
the
And
scene.
If you
I think
see it,
you can go on Twitter and type it in, and the video comes up. It's
Yeah,
a 4-minute
that, or you
video.
could
It's
go to YouTube.
rather entertaining.
It is, and I think that's the type of
Talent the show is looking for.
talent that you would want to go see in Las Vegas.
You're right.
Now, the other thing is, going back to the NHL team that is being expanded into Las Vegas, they haven't come up with a team name yet. So let's try to come up with some names that could work for the Las Vegas NHL team. I mean, you could think of maybe Aces is a top name.
Boring. It's too cliche.
The Las Vegas Blackjacks.
That's cool.
Have
Have you heard any of these anywhere?
A website did put like 20 team names that you could. I think it was Deadspin. Put up a list of I think 20 or something like that. And during the commercial break, I'll bring that up and I'll read off of them. But coming off of for lack of better words, off the dome. I mean. Las Vegas,
like dice?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you put it out there at least. You gave a team name at least. I don't think that the NHL is going to be like, you know what? Let's make them the Las Vegas Team Die.
Thanks for making me sound so silly.
Or Las Vegas Dice.
Eh. You could do anything. You do any kind of card game. You could do anything.
Basically, yeah. Like Las Vegas Go Fish.
No. That's not what came to mind.
I mean, you did say card
Las
game.
Vegas Rummy.
There you go. Yeah.
Uno.
I don't think they want Uno because, that basically says one, but...
It only, never mind. It sounded good in my head.
What were you going to say?
It only takes one person to win the game.
Not in hockey, it takes 6.
No, but not if you get the winning goal.
Yeah. With the NBA free agency coming up for the NBA, we'll get into some of the big names and where they may land coming up when we get back.
The Tom and Jerry Sports Show, Zeno Live.
The Tom and Jerry Sports Show featuring Kevin Donlin live every Monday on Zeno Radio and re-airs every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Cyberstation USA and the Stitcher app. You can also tune in every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on All Noise Radio and the Live 365 app.
Follow us on Instagram at Tom and Jerry Sports Show and join the conversation on Twitter at TNJ Sports or visit our website at tnjsports.weebly.com or call into 605-562-7085. Press 5 to be heard live.
All Noise Radio. Powered by the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. All Noise Radio is an internet radio station that's fully produced by graduates of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. From modern rock to old school hip hop, country to classical, news, talk, sports, and more. It's the noise you can't ignore. Log on to allnoiseradio.com. Fire up the station. Find out more about your favorite jocks. Get the latest CSB news and more. Plus, you can take Take All Noise Radio with you on the go for free. Just download the Live 365 app to your iPhone, iPod Touch, or BlackBerry and search All Noise Radio. Check out tomorrow's broadcasters today at allnoiseradio.com. Powered by the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Do it for me. Now watch me whip. Kill it. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip. Kill it. Watch me nay-nay. Okay.
We are back. Tom and Jerry Sports Show, 605-562-7085. Press 5 to be heard live. You can tweet at Jerry, not me, at TNJ Sports, or head to Jerry's website, tnjsports.weebly.com. Some big names hitting the free agency market. We are going to get into that right now.
Well, the biggest name is obviously Kevin Durant.
In the morning show? That's on BLI, isn't it?
What?
Kevin Durant on the morning show.
Elvis Duran. That was
Cute.
that was close.
Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah, Elvis Duran or Kevin Durant?
Both. They're both listening.
Oh, they are. And again, Kevin Durant obviously is number one. LeBron James, as we were saying before, he has a player option. He could opt out. He probably will opt out, what I'm hearing. But I don't know. I think he's going to end up being back in Cleveland. He'll just sign a bigger contract. Andre Drummond is a restricted free agent. Al Horford is going to be another guy that is going to be watched for. That's a lot of people are going to be going for. Mike Conley, a lot of people are going to go for. Hassan Whiteside. Dwight Howard, I think everybody's got an X over that. There's no way anybody should go after Dwight Howard.
Why not?
He is the biggest baby in the whole NBA, and he's such a cancer to the team. I mean, this guy left Orlando on bad terms.
Okay.
Goes to the Lakers, leaves on bad terms. Goes to Houston, is now leaving on bad terms. He can't coincide with anybody. He can't coincide with any team. It's just, I mean, you
He's
put
a
out,
waste.
yeah, you put out teams. Now he's, as I was saying, he's a baby, and he's just all of this that he is off the court, and he obviously has injury problems as well. But from all the stuff that goes on with him, it's not overtaken by his play on the court. So that's the biggest problem. You're not going to get an unbelievable type player. I mean, he had the potential to be one of the best centers in the whole league. But he's just had these problems with the injuries. He's had these problems with coaches. He's had these problems with players. And it's just not it's not a good fit for many teams. And if the Knicks, because he likes the Knicks, he wants to go to the Knicks. If the Knicks were to do this deal, they'd be idiots. Now, obviously we didn't get to talk about, the Knicks getting Derrick Rose yet, and we'll get into that. But right now, if you look at the Knicks team, you have Derrick Rose at point guard. You'll have, Carmelo, then adding, Dwight Howard to, Kristaps Porzingis and these other guys. I mean, it's just, it's not a good situation. Dwight Howard demands the ball. Carmelo demands the ball. Derrick Rose demands the ball. These guys need the ball. And then you want Kristaps Porzingis to overtake that, to become the star that everybody thinks he's going to be. It's not going to happen with these three on the court at the same time, plus Porzingis. It's just not a fit. And I did hear that the Knicks were, stepping away now from the Dwight Howard sweepstakes, but there's really nothing to sweepstake because no one else is really going to be going after him. The other word that I've been hearing is probably if Hassan Whiteside was to leave the Heat, Dwight Howard would be a good fit for the Heat because Pat Riley does like big guys, and they would find a fit for him with that team. But honestly, I don't know where else he would go. And then you got Bradley Beal, Nicholas Batum, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade would probably end up back with the Heat. DeMar DeRozan, I'm hearing that he's not even taking other meetings with other teams. He wants to get done with Toronto. I don't know if it's gonna go down. Dirk Nowitzki, I don't know. I really haven't heard much about it other than him opting out of his contract. But Pau Gasol opted out of his. Bismack Biyombo, Festus Ezeli, Ryan Anderson. But now we're getting to guys that you really don't care about. These guys are guys that will make a team just for depth, and some will start. I mean, you got guys like. Jeremy Lin would be a nice fit for the Knicks if they were to add him, because they kind of need, with the deal with Derrick Rose, they kind of need a point guard that could start, because Derrick Rose has such injury problems that you really can't put it out there that he's going to play all 82 games, or even if he's going to play, say, 72 games. Last year, I think he played 66. So, and that's been the most since, earlier in his career.
It's not safe to say about any team, though.
It's not, but there's some players that can, get through a season without getting hurt. I mean, LeBron James doesn't get hurt.
What about Tony Romo?
Why do we have to go there? Why do we have to go there?
I'm just asking.
There's no reason to go there. Tony Romo is going to take the Cowboys back to the top, and that's all we need to know. But Knicks did trade for Derrick Rose, as I was saying.
Do you think Derrick Rose is a good fit for the Knicks?
I do. I think it's a good move for the Knicks, because they got rid of guys that had big contracts for the team that really it didn't matter if they got rid of them or not, because that was the problem with this team, because not many people thought that they could do anything because they didn't have the talent to trade for better talent. They didn't have the draft picks to trade for better talent.
And now they do.
They do.
Killing it. New York Knicks.
But I mean, I wouldn't say that they have crazy talent. I mean, Derrick Rose is a great talent, and it was a great trade, I think, because it's a 1-year deal. It's a 1-year deal.
In and out.
Derrick Rose, say he does get hurt, yeah, you lose a point guard for this year, but you don't have to sign him back. And the thing is, it's a contract year, so when you're looking at it, if this guy wants to get paid next year,
right,
he's got to play good.
Okay.
If he doesn't play good, he's not going to get a big contract. So in a way, if you're really thinking about it, it's a tough position, because if he doesn't play good, yeah, you might get him at a cheap price.
Right.
But do you want to bring back a guy that doesn't play that well?
No.
Then if he plays out of his mind, out of his mind, out of everybody else's, yeah, basically, then you're gonna have to pay him a very high contract.
Right.
So it's a tough position. It's a tough position, but it's a contract year. He's gonna want to stay healthy. He's gonna want to play well to get paid. So this is the year that the Knicks could really make a run for it. Do I think that they will make a run for it? Absolutely not. Because this team is not. It's decent, but as I have always said, and the people that have listened to this show
from day one,
since the beginning,
me,
know that I'm not a Carmelo fan, and I don't think that he is that good. Yes, great scorer.
Who was this?
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
Great scorer.
I agree.
But he's just not good for a team. He's not.
Why not?
Just his overall game.
Okay.
He doesn't play defense.
Right.
This year was actually his best overall year, because he was passing a lot this year, finally.
It's about time.
But
right?
he's a guy that demands the ball.
Okay.
And that was the other thing with, bringing in Derrick Rose. He's another guy that demands the ball, and Derrick Rose is a point guard, so the ball is going to be in his hands first.
Right.
So it's just a tough position. I would love to see how this plays out.
I'm sure we will.
With the Knicks, obviously, yeah. 605-562-7085, press 5 to be heard live. As we were talking about before, the expansion team and some names, I have the Deadspin names here. What they came up with: aces, blackjacks, bachelors, mob, jokers, whales, bosses, chips, flamingos, babies, wise guys, stickmen, tumbling dice.
I like that. See,
tumbling dice.
The dice thing.
Bandits, rollers, gamblers, prize fighters. White tigers.
I don't like the gamblers.
Yeah.
Sends off the wrong message.
Yeah. Dealers, deputies, snake eyes. Snake eyes is cool.
Yeah.
Action, big shots, pharaohs, jackpots, magicians, streakers, shuffle, clubs, lions, being trapped in a car on fire.
That's not funny.
And black knights. So that's what they came up with.
I would like that sign in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
But going on with gambling and
troublemaking.
Well, I wouldn't say troublemaking, but
I'm thinking of the
we were talking about that we'll get into in a little bit, but FanDuel and DraftKings are two of basically the same thing. They're obviously the daily fantasy. If you listen to the show, whoa, excuse me, it's that Taco Joe's that we had.
Oh my Lanta!
Yeah, I can't help it.
Rip out of the butthole too. He farted just 2 seconds ago.
It's just that Taco Joe's. I don't think we should have it before the show.
No one told you to get a beef quesadilla.
That was a big quesadilla.
I had a nice salad.
Yeah, that was a big quesadilla.
Salad, healthy, way to go. Stay fit.
Oh.
Lift.
Oh yeah. Look into the camera. FanDuel and DraftKings, as we were saying, if you listen to the show, especially during the football season, we have our own fantasy segment.
You do.
Fantasy 14. We talk about
such a good name.
We did. You came up with Fantasy 14?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I come up with all the good names.
I don't think so. FanDuel and DraftKings, same thing, daily fantasy. And they're actually talking about a merger. Basically, it's being smart, really, because they're fighting against each other, spending crazy amounts of money to get on top of each other, like to get
on top of each other.
I didn't mean it that way. Get your head out of the gutter.
What gutter?
The gutter. The dirty mind gutter.
Wasn't nowhere near there.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Get on top of each other? How else were you?
Two people fighting.
Oh, yeah? Like those two NASCAR drivers, which was horrendous to watch. But
you watched it more than once.
Yeah, well, it was pathetic. That's why it was funny. It was pathetic.
You enjoyed it.
But
they fight better than you.
Yeah, right.
When's the last time you got into a fight?
Never, because I'm not a fighter. I'm a nice guy. Class act. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't get into fights.
Fights?
Yes.
You had to over-pronunciate.
Yeah.
Over-pronunciate.
But like I was saying, they're spending a lot of money to compete with each other.
Think about the germs on this microphone. And you sit so close to it. Like my lips just touched it.
Yeah, well, you just got germs.
I just probably got the swine.
Probably.
Oh, oh, man.
And she curses again. She curses again. That's 2 weeks in a row, people.
It was an accident. Pooper scooper.
Yeah, basically. Obviously it hasn't really come out to anything, but they're competing. They're spending all this money to compete with each other, but then also they're fighting the same fight with legislature and everything like that. So why not join forces? So, and that's what we may see in the future. Keep an eye on that. But
I have something to share.
what's this? What's it?
I found a really cool recipe online.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. Yankees and Mets coming up, and some crazy comments by a QB in the NFL. We'll discuss it
When we get back on the Tom and Jerry Sports Show.
on Zeno Live.
This is the evolution of radio.
Cyberstation USA.
Our inventions change us. They make us think differently.
Something new added to the real world.
The leading edge of evolution.
That development has got to be delivered.
CyberstationUSA.com.
The most sophisticated that I've ever seen.
I'm not sure exactly what the future is, but I'm pretty sure it's not going away.
The Tom and Jerry Sports Show featuring Kevin Donlin live every Monday on Zeno Radio and re-airs every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Cyberstation USA and the Stitcher app. You can also tune in every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on All Noise Radio and the Live 365 app.
Follow us on Instagram at Tom and Jerry Sports Show and join the conversation on Twitter at TNJ Sports or visit our website at tnjsports.weebly.com or call in to 605-562-7085. Press 5 to be heard live.
We are back, Tom and Jerry Sports Show.
605-562-7085. Press 5 to call us.
To be heard live.
No, to call us. We would really enjoy to talk to someone. I haven't got to talk to anybody yet.
Yeah, I know. But we have our Yankees update, our Mets update.
Dun, da, da.
Yankees
it
update.
Would be more like. Never mind.
Yeah.
Batter up.
Well, I have a whole thing set up. I need Kevin into the studio so I can record this stuff.
Why can't I do it?
How would you do it? Let's hear it. Say Tom and Jerry Sports Show, New York Yankees update.
You just like Kevin's voice.
I do like Kevin's voice, and it sounds perfect on imaging.
Tom and Jerry Sports Show,
New York Yankees update.
New York Yankees update. I sound just like Kevin.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Yeah. If we put the pitch all the way high.
No, Kevin's got a deep voice. New York Yankees update.
Yeah, I mean, I I could do it. I don't know if I like my voice for it.
Kevin has an announcing voice.
He does, and I just want to hear. I have
his voice?
I have a whole thing set up, and all I have to do is just take his voice and plop it, boop, and I'm done. I have it all set up.
Well, we got to see Kevin.
I know.
He's a busy boy.
He is. Tom and Jerry Sports Show, New York Yankees update.
There you go. You sound just like him.
Yeah.
You're good at doing impressions. Why don't you impersonate him?
He's kind of hard.
Can you give me some voice impressions?
Who?
Anybody.
You're putting me on the spot.
Do the one from that movie that you always do.
What, this one?
That one.
This one? We're going to have the Tom and Jerry Sports Show 60-second summary.
That's perfect.
Yes. Just got a little bit of lisp.
Lisp.
Yes. We're going to talk about the Yankees now.
The Yankees now. Should I wear my shirt up or down? Or possibly tucked in.
Oh, actually, everybody, Iceland staged a huge upset against England today. Beat them 2-1. Oh boy, she is way too overtired.
I'm not tired at all.
I think you are.
How would I be tired?
I mean, eyes like this.
No, they're not.
Kinda. They were. During the commercial break, they kind of were.
I'm up, ready to go. Maybe I need some espresso.
Oh, maybe a chocolate shake.
I don't want a chocolate shake.
I think you do want a chocolate shake.
Monday starts the diets.
Oh, stop with the diets.
I'm going to give everyone a nice fitness and healthy eating segment on this show.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
So the game day grub.
Green leans and in-betweens.
So how do you come up with that right there?
Because I'm so good.
Oh, my God. We got the Yankees there. They were 3 of 5 since we had our show last. Nothing really. I mean, Mark Teixeira made it back into the lineup.
You know what I have to say?
What do you have to say?
How is it that a man can beat his wife and still make it in
Well,
baseball?
can we talk about that?
I want to get there right now.
Could we
Jose
talk,
Reyes, let's hear
Could we
it.
talk
when
about?
I was little, I used to have a poster of him on my wall next to David Wright.
It's very pathetic that you have Mets on your wall, but.
Got it from my dad.
We're talking about the Yankees. We're gonna get to the Mets.
But nothing big happened with the Yankees, so nobody cares.
Well, there was a big thing. There was a big thing. The big thing that happened today.
The New
Alex
York Mets.
Alex Rodriguez was
number
benched.
7777. Jose Reyes
Was benched.
That was impressive, right?
That was.
How'd I know that?
I don't know.
He was on my wall. I just told you.
Yeah. Alex Rodriguez was benched for the second straight game.
Good.
Many say it was because he's going up against righties. And then other people are saying that he might be done. They might be working out, setting it up to release him, which I think I actually might. I might. But
I'm not surprised.
Other than that, we got coming up, you got a series against Texas, 4 games, starting tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
What time?
7 o'clock.
We missed
Actually, it's on right now.
It's 7:30.
And the Yankees are up 1-0.
Let's go.
Then they have a 3-game series against San Diego, and then obviously we come back. We'll talk about the series against the White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. But Texas and San Diego are this whole week, so. We'll see if the Yankees can really take the next step. They're 500, and basically that's about it with the Yankees. Mets. Actually, over the Mets, there has been hold on. Tom and Jerry Sports Show, New York Mets update.
Mets.
All right, so now let's get into what you want to talk about.
Who?
Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes.
All right. Now, what was your question?
What are your thoughts on Jose Reyes?
What are my thoughts? What are your thoughts? And I want to feed off of yours.
I don't know. I don't like the way he treats women, but all men treat women like crap lately, so that's just life, right?
That's not life. In my mind, all right, no man should ever put his hands on a woman.
Well, you better think like that.
Yeah, it should never happen. It's a disgrace that he did touch a woman. I mean, the same thing can go for the Yankees or Aroldis Chapman. He didn't really technically touch the woman. He just got into a brawl with her, went out to the garage and just, took a couple of shots out.
Oh, yeah, no big deal.
Into the garage wall. But, I mean, it's to me, I don't care who the hell you are outside of baseball.
But these people are supposed to be role models for others.
I understand that. But I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, Jose Reyes beats his wife, so you know what? I'm going to go out and beat my wife because he's my role model. It's not going to happen like that. You have your own morals.
Not everyone does.
Everybody should know that a man should never lay his hands on a woman.
That's the way you're raised.
Absolutely. But again, me, myself, I'm a fan. I don't care what the hell you do outside the diamond, the football field, the court, the ice, whatever it is. Not saying that I condone it. I'm not saying
sounds like you are, and it's making me double think what I'm doing right now.
No, I'm not saying that you should go out and beat your wives. I'm not saying that beat your girlfriends. I'm not saying that either.
You better not be.
What I'm saying is, if you help my team win,
I don't care what you do to your wife.
Not that I don't care what you do to your wife. I'm not interested in what you're doing
You're not
outside.
into their personal life.
Exactly.
Not your business.
And it's not something that even, I mean, obviously it's going to make the news because, he got arrested. But, I mean, just everything makes it to the news, and it's annoying. I mean, a guy goes out, and does this, and it's in the news, but meanwhile, you would never hear it from anybody else.
From your average Joe Schmo.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just something to talk about.
But with Jose Reyes, if he can help the Mets, I mean, Met fans should be all for it. And, obviously a lot of people aren't going to be all for it because of what happened. But the thing is, he served his punishment. Mm-hmm. He served a 51-game punishment suspension.
That's a long time.
It is. And,
is that almost a whole season?
No. There's 162 games in baseball.
A little under half.
Well, yeah. But that's my feeling on it. Also, another feeling because of the signing of Jose Reyes and everything else, they needed to make some roster changes. And the Mets actually sent down Michael Conforto. Kind of what I've been talking about all week. I said that they wanted to send Conforto down so he could play every day. Because up with the Mets, he was only playing, basically I think he was playing against lefties or against righties, vice versa. So they sent him down so he could play every day. I mean, the guy has been absolutely horrendous lately. Also, he's been struggling with a wrist injury. So, it's better off for him. They bring up Nimmo. So, we'll see what happens with the Mets past that. But remember, 605-562-7085, press 5 to be heard live. We want to hear what you guys think about Jose Reyes. But there was some dumb comments from an NFL quarterback over the week, or whenever it was. I don't remember when it was. Now this quarterback had the best wide receiver in the league on his team.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Matt Stafford. Now, again, if you listen to the Tom and Jerry Sports Show, you know my opinion on Matt Stafford. I don't think he's that good. And it was because of having Calvin Johnson. The guy, all he had to do was throw it up in the air, and Calvin Johnson would go up and get it. His comments were that he thinks that the Lions are tougher to defend now without Calvin Johnson because you can't key on anybody. I think it's the dumbest comments. The only reason why their offense was hard to defend was because of Calvin Johnson. Now that they have Matt Stafford's not that good, and we're going to see how not good he is really this season. And what are you messing with the board for?
It was mine, not yours.
No, it was mine.
No, that's mine. We've been over it.
Well, that was the stupid comments over the week. Now going on to another football player that has basically, I mean, he can have his own segment on this show because there's something to talk about every week about this guy. Johnny Manziel in the news again, not once but twice.
Dun dun dun.
Got into a car accident, was T-boned supposedly, and he's the victim of a hit and run.
Yeah.
But also, there was his attorney. Now, this is where it gets fishy. His attorney accidentally texted the Associated Press thinking that it was another attorney.
No, I thought you said he thought he had another attorney.
No, he was trying to send it to another attorney.
Uh-oh.
This is what he wrote. These are some of the things that he wrote. Heaven help us if one of the conditions is to pee in a bottle. Yes, that's basically, what he's saying about Johnny Manziel. Also, he was emailed a heads-up receipt, which purports to reflect that Manziel made a purchase of $1,018.77 at a gas pipe store at 12:03 p.m. on a Tuesday, less than a day after his crash. A manager at a gas pipe location not far from where Manziel's crash was reported, declined to discuss whether he bought anything there. A sign in the store says ID is required for purchases above $200. I don't know if the receipt is legitimate. I just know that it doesn't say Johnny's name on it anywhere that I can see. It's just that somebody in the store, I guess, circulated that to the other store managers and employees saying, guess who was here today and spent this amount of money? That's all I know. So that's just the news about Johnny Manziel. It's getting worse and worse, and his dad actually put out a cry for help with ESPN, and basically said that his son is a druggie and the best thing for him is to go to jail. For your dad to say that is pretty sad. But we have this new segment that's going to be going around. We're going to have Nicole's Game Day Grub.
That's me.
Yes.
So today I will be describing to everyone, short, sweet, and to the point, some supreme pizza dip. Some basic ingredients you may need is pepperoni, chopped onions, peppers, garlic, oregano, some black pepper, some tomato paste, crushed tomatoes, Parmesan, some bread, olive oil, and mutts. So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to make up a little pizza and you cut them into little slices and you dip it. So you have a supreme pizza dip. And for all the information, you can go on TomandJerrySportsShow.com, or you can also visit FoodNetwork.com, and it'll give you step-by-step instructions about exactly what kind of ingredients you need, how much of each ingredient you need, as well as how you prepare it and properly cook it in the oven to make your game day guests enjoy.
And it does look delicious, I'm not going to lie.
It looks pretty delish.
But we will have this every week now.
This is just a little bit, but
yeah.
Every week we'll have something exciting, maybe something sweet, something salty, a little bit of both, depending the season. Football
maybe healthy.
Food. Healthy, we could do some healthy.
Yeah.
Football season food, some baseball food, some summery, refreshing food. It'll be my choice. We'll see what I have next week.
Well, that'll do it.
On that note, enjoy your food and your dinner and your evening.
That will do it, and I'm hoping that we'll have Kevin back next week.
If not, I'm here.
Yeah, well, either way, you're going to be here.
Debatable.
But, well, that's not nice.
Or maybe sitting in the corner.
No.
Yeah.
No, we'll be in the bigger studio with the more mics, and we'll be all good. But again, that will do it.
That's it.
Tom and Jerry Sports Show. I'm
listening.
Jerry.
I'm Nicole.
Be breezy.
And it is all over. You've been listening to the Tom and Jerry Sports Show
on Zeno Radio.